Let's try this the second time now. So, if you can't already tell, we swapped characters. Now, this is probably one of my favorite characters. Plus, because I also started watching this show recently. Well, I mean, I don't want to say recently, but within like the last few months. So I actually enjoy the show and the character now. But, yeah, it's kind of cool. But anyways, let's get right into it. This is the... Damn it, man. So close. Alright, let's try this again. I mean, I didn't think it would do that, but let me just get it back out. Unfortunately, though, every time it does that, you gotta redo the wheel menu, so now we gotta modify go through this phase again, but that's not really that big of a deal, honestly. This is probably one of my favorite cars that we've ever had thus far. Oh, man. Wait, what? The heck is that emoji? Anyways, it's raining now, so you know our tires are gonna spin a little bit, but that's cool, you know, because of the torque and the horsepower modifiers that are already on this thing, which I have it set to 4 times the power right now. It's gonna be spinning regardless, but all things considered, this thing handles very well, and this is my favorite one. See, because it's the CLK GTR Le Mans. I used to watch back in the day on TV when they had this car in the actual like LM events. So maybe I'm a little partial to it, but yeah, let's go ahead and just drive this thing around. Bro, what are these emojis? Now we're gonna try and find a straighter place to test this thing. I mean, I've already tested it, but you know, it turns great, as you can see. Dude, why did these people always try and cut you off? That's so annoying. Looks like the highway's up here, I think. So we'll go ahead and we'll drive this thing down. And it's so funny, you know, you can see him. Like, he can't even reach the pedals, it looks like, or see over the window. Yeah, he can actually, just barely. Well, the interior actually looks sick. I didn't even look at this before. Okay. My favorite's probably like the diffuser and the two. I like how the exhausts look. And there's like that little screen where the exhausts are being held, and you can see through that. I think that's really cool. Oh, we're actually stuck on that. Wow. Yeah, so see, right off the start it always spins, but I think we can hit like 180. I could be wrong. I actually never really tested it straight out yet. But we'll go ahead and do that now, I guess. 170. Yeah, 180 something. Oh god. I think that was like what, 187 maybe? Man, this thing looks awesome though. Like this angle right here with this night in the rain. Oh man, that looks sick. The way that reflects off the bottom like that looks absolutely incredible to me. Let's see if we can do a boosted launch. I expect to just absolutely spin. Okay, nothing crazy. Let's try and boost it up a little more, because, you know, this is like the perfect time to test this. Oh wow, it doubles, so there is no, okay. So this is double before. As expected, I would expect absolutely more spin off the start. Already you can see the speed difference. We'll go to a more straight spot though. Now when you go like to super like high numbers, it's really pointless because then all you do is just spin tires. So I'm not even going to bother like setting it on its highest because I've already done that in a different, I think with the Z06, the Corvette. And all you do is just lay down, you just lay rubber the whole way through because you just roast your tires. Because the power is just too much that it can't get traction, you know, so. How do I look at the map? We'll mark it for ourselves. We'll go to like right, let's say right here. I think that's where we'll go. So before we could only hit 186 or whatever the heck we just hit. So we'll go see what, bruh. Oh my gosh. I believe right now there's like 680 players in this server at once. So yeah, the fact that, I mean, this guy just landed a helicopter in the middle, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that there's like so, oh, I think he's trying to pick our car up. Yeah, let's not let him do that, you know, but I believe right now, like I said, I think there's 680 players or something, which compared to like regular is absolutely crazy. This is definitely not the highway. We want to go here. And I believe the max this one can take is like 700 players at once. So yeah, that's actually quite crazy, not gonna lie. Like, I've seen other servers where like, you know, okay, we've already hit, okay. That's the main issue I found, and that's just common sense. You know, the faster you go, the harder it is to turn and keep it in a straight line. So we'll try and find like a straight. What we had it before was actually, it was drivable, you know, and it turned pretty well and stopped pretty well. And it was a good setup. This so far, I can't really say, but we'll bump it up again after this. But we hit like, what, 205, I think? And yeah, that's true. It also doesn't help that it's raining, so it's kind of hard to test, I feel like, right now. At least fully. Yeah, so we just spin once we try and turn. But what I think it does is, I think it doubles every time. So I think next will be like 32. Alright, now let's try and make this turn. We'll slow down. Okay. It's still actually manageable, believe it or not. So maybe this will be our permanent setup. It's hard to say though, because again, it's raining. But if you can turn in the rain, I mean, it's better in the dry land, you know? But let's go bump it up one more. We'll just do the torque rate for now. Still spinning. Still spinning at 140. So I think we hit like 205 last time. We already hit, yeah, this is way faster, obviously. Almost controlled it there, almost. I wonder if, that's what I said before, like, you gotta experiment a little bit. You know, like, and all the cars handle differently. So like, if you just bump up the torque and not the power, you know, or the power versus the torque and find the balance. Oh god, why would you just sit there, man? I'm quite confident that most of these people just do that on purpose, because, you know, it's GTA, to be fair. Now thankfully on this server though, everything's free, and secondly, there's no vehicle damage, you know, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit annoying. I think I might just put the power at max just for the sake of it, but I already know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is actually controllable right now. That's crazy. Now without any boosts, I think it can only do like 130 or something. Oh yeah, this is easily controllable. So maybe we'll just leave it at that as our daily. Huh. Okay. Alright, for the sake of it, so 1,000 is the highest. We're gonna go to like this. Alright, we'll bump this up as well to double that power. And we'll see if we can still manage it or not. I'm gonna say no, because right now we're spinning still and we're at 200. So yeah, I think that might be a little much. That's the problem. Like, I really wish it was yeah, that's a little much. I really wish that you could, I mean, well, you can, I think. I mean, you can, on this one, I have to experiment with it, but on this one, the tuning is pretty much endless. Like I've seen guys in this server who have full-on semi-trucks and they have a drift build with a semi-truck. You know, so I'm sure that eventually, I mean, I want to build one like that too, honestly, because there's drift events in this and, you know, you actually get money. Oh gosh, yeah, this is not viable at all. But you know what that means, we're gonna go even farther with it. 1,024. Oh wow. I mean, I feel like if you wanted a drift build, maybe that's what you do, just bump the torque all the way up. Like lower the power to the absolute minimum, because that's spinning already off. Like look at that. Maybe like it has something to do with that. I mean, I'll show you what I mean though. There's a whole handling editor right here. And you know, like there's so many settings you can just mess around with, it's crazy. And I just don't even know where to start with that here yet. But I would like to have the semi-truck build looked awesome because everyone was like, oh my god, he's drifting a semi-truck. And it was quite the sight, I'm not gonna lie. So that would be cool to have something like that. And for the last one, we'll just bump everything up to the max. Even though I already know it's just gonna spin. Maybe. What? There we go. I was gonna say. I mean, we actually were able to handle it for that first turn, which is just absolutely crazy. This car just seems to handle power much better than like the Z06, which makes sense. I mean, it is a muscle car. I mean, actually, no, the Z06, I don't know what that's classified as, but it's not like this. This is a track car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they tuned it already differently than the Z06 or something else. But here's where the final test will stand. If it's manageable on these small turns and all those, then to me that's a pass. So if we can manage to hold it through, then I'll give it a pass in terms of like. Okay, so see, that's the thing, like, because once you just go and accelerate again, you just spin. So like if you're already, maybe if I. Yeah, that's the problem. What I will say though is this thing handles extremely well given the power that we have this at. So if we just don't accelerate until the turn's complete, will we be okay? Maybe. I think I'll give this thing a pass. This is the best. Like, I've tested a lot of cars so far, and this is the absolute best that I've personally done so far. I mean, we have the power fully maxed out and we're still making turns. Now let's see what it does when we get some speed though. Okay, yeah, so you can't stop in time to make the turn. Alright, well, I honestly think I'll just leave it at what I had it at, which I believe was like this. I think this is the perfect setting for this. Oh, there's the RC car. And yeah, so let me know what you think. This is easily my favorite car so far, I think. But what do you guys think? Like, what's your favorite cars, you know? Let me know.